Well, hello. We meet again. All right. So I've been here for like shit. I want to say like 15 minutes trying to get this shit in line, get me on the screen where I'm not too low to the top, but I'm not like under the lion's nostrils. It's been hectic. Let me tell you, this is the best I could do for today. I'll play with it later on. I'll be sitting up in a higher angle in the future. But for now, this is what you get. Okay. This is going to be what will happen next for those that come and find the channel or that are already subscribed to the channel. I'm going to finish my cigarette that wants to go out. Hold on. I'm going to mess with the camera a little bit. Why not? I don't know if it's a good or bad idea. I might shut off. There we go. Whoa. That's a little too much. Get the light out of the way. Bend. Oh shit. Hold on, guys. Now you can't see his fucking eyes. Come on. All right, hold up. There we go. What a pain in the ass this was. Give me a second. Okay, here we go. Let's try to do this together. Damn it. All to change the backdrop. Like, for real? For real. Hold up. Let's get this right. As right as I can get it. Might not be perfect, but it should be a little bit better. No, I'm still going to be way too low. It's going to be what it is. Welcome in. I can't see your comments yet, but I'll look at them in a second. Oh, it's going to be the worst beginning of a video. Oh, fucking well. Shit happens. That's as good as it's going to get. I feel like it's exactly where it just was. I feel like it hasn't fucking moved. Ain't that some shit? My chair's all the way up. That's going to be what it is. Maybe I should do that. There we go. The lighting looks better when I do that. Too fucking much. There we go. Is that better? How's everybody doing? I know what I can. Oh no. It's gonna do that connection shit again. It's really gonna fuck with us, or me and you, mostly me, and do that connection shit again. And I got a text from the cable company saying that they know that there's a problem and that they're fixing it. So far, it doesn't seem like they did a good job fixing it. Not at all. All right. It's getting better. Getting a little bit better. That's good enough. I'm not going to keep playing with it. Hit that like button on your way in. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right. It was so hard to get that. Look, that looks pretty fucking good behind me. I did all right. I did that in like 10 minutes. Fucking thing looks huge though from my picture, from what they show me when I look at it versus what you guys are seeing. Okay. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Alban. Hello. You guys are going to have to bear with me. It likes to kick on and off. Some of you may not have the interruptions. Others of you are going to see the interruptions. I'm almost done with my cigarette, and then we'll start. Hello, Terry, Margie, Diane. I said hello to all the J names, but I think it might have cut out. Not for everybody. Some people were saying it's not cutting out. Other people were saying, what the fuck? It's cutting out every 2 seconds. And it's still doing it. I'd use my phone and tell you what they said, but then I got to fuck with the phone and do all kinds of shit. And the phone lets me know faster than the computer if it delays. So I'm going to keep looking to the right a lot, which the camera might make it to the left. It looks good. I did mess with the color a little bit. I try to make it natural, more like what I look like, and the best I could do. A little bit of shadow. Looks like I'm wearing a black shirt, but that's just the coloring, the lighting not hitting my face right. I'm still a little orange if I aim the light in my face, but then I'll be blinded by the light, and I don't want that. Here we go. All signs. What will happen next? What shall happen next? This will be a let's go in order reading. That's what we shall do. You know, just feels like it's easier to do it that way. So I'm going to do that. I'm also going to back this up one more time, just a little bit. Don't fall off the table. If I bang the table, it might fall. Actually, I could go that way with it. And now you're only going to see the top of his eyes. That's a little bit better, I think. So I think. Here we go. All signs. Let's start shuffling. This is the Witch's Tarot. If anybody wants to know what tarot cards we are using today. Okay. Welcome in, Mandy. Hello, Susan. Hi, Natalie. Hello, Siggy and Lollies. What's up, WM? Welcome. Hi, new here. Welcome in. If you're new to the channel, I read tarot, but I am a psychic medium. I can tell you all kinds of crazy mystical shit in a private reading. I will say I appreciate everybody who's come forward asking for private readings, but at this time I am not able to do them. I am trying to figure out how to do 3 careers at once, and this is one of the careers. Another career is full-time, about 50 hours a week, and the third will be making time for private readings. Well, actually the third will be driving. I should have started the driving today, but I'm just having a hard time committing to all 3. I've got one committed to because it brings in the most, and shit's getting expensive, as I'm sure you're all aware. Here we go. Hopefully the message is showing. It shows me nobody's in the chat. See if we can fix that. And if you live on the East Coast, I got 33 in here. It's 111. Make a wish. Make a wish for yourself or for someone you care about. Here we go. Aries. Aries. Asking for surveys. We ain't going to ask for surveys. We're just going to go live here. That'll be a little more natural, I think. Just a little bit more. A little bit brighter, too. Jesus. Well, if it puts glare on the cards, I will fix it. Okay? But here we go. Oh, let's do this, too. Go the right way? No, let's go that way. There we go. Get that out of my way. Please remember to like and subscribe. That's all I ask. Videos are free. You get free energy for nothing. Here we go. Aries. What will happen next for the zodiac sign of Aries? Oh, I need coffee for your shit. Oh, for probably all of you guys. Here we go. Oh, shit. I noticed the darkness isn't as bad because I dropped the low light settings. I turned them off, and I think it's a little bit better. What would you say? Would you say it's better or worse? Maybe I'll catch a comment, even though I barely look at them. Here we go. Ooh. Aries, what will happen next for you? Aries, what will happen next for you? You look good. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Here we go. Aries, show me the energy for the zodiac sign of Aries, please. Whew. Okay. Okay, you may feel... I feel like you don't want to argue or fight with anybody at this time. I just get this strong sense of energy that you don't want to argue or fight with anybody at this time. Like, it's just not for you. Like, if it were to happen, I don't feel like I just don't feel like you want to. I feel like you want to accept challenge towards goals right now, Aries. The thing I'm seeing is you being very goal oriented. You kind of wanting to be on the fly or the move, but I don't feel like you want to deal with drama or bullshit. Some Aries may be actually attracted to that, to the drama or the bullshit of situations, but I just feel like it's become mundane, unsettling. It's become boring, or it's felt like it's carried you nowhere, kind of something like that. You may definitely stay focused on work and have love on your mind throughout the summer. I'm going to tell you, it's throughout the summer. I feel like you're going to start really focusing on the things that make you happy. This is probably if you're a single Aries, by the way. I feel like you aren't involved with somebody for whoever this message is for. I see you very invested in the things or goal oriented as well. Really focused on your goals, but wanting to turn the tables with love situations. Also, not really wanting to watch things start to happen to stop to happen, start to happen to stop to happen. I get that energy through my, like, I almost feel like I'm ready. Like the coffee's got me going, it's going, and then all of a sudden, what the fuck am I doing? Energy, like I don't want to do this, and I feel like it's your energy more than it's the existing energy that could be around you. And I feel like you're trying to break the habits of kind of being like the lone rider or the lone wolf, something like that. Here we go. Okay, what do you got? Two ups. They always show me the back of the card. Death is reversed and karma. So a lot of you are looking at situations that may have upset you or may have I'm not going to say triggered, but I'm going to say may have made you feel like it was harmful or um so situations that may have came up or stirred your emotions or bothered you, lack of trust or fulfillment. I feel like you're not focused on that. I feel like you're focused on the happiness. I do also feel like this is a challenge for you. This makes me feel like it's a challenge, emotionally accepting and making a decision where to head or how to emotionally go towards it. Something about how do I emotionally go towards it when it's put me down, feeling like this. Feel I don't feel so. There are going to be times the let me say something just out of pure concept or reality that I've witnessed. Sometimes are harder times to accept situations, wanting to open up emotionally or going back and forth with our emotions on if it's the right investment or if it's a thing we should even waste time with. Should we go towards it or should we ignore it and say no? I feel like Aries, and here you are. I feel like this is something you're going to be dealing with. Some of you are going to be dealing with it. So it's like for some areas could be a man, it could be a hospitality thing where you're trying to be hospitable, like be the host, whether it's for friends, acquaintances, or family. I don't feel like you necessarily want to stick around or stay there though. I feel like you want to be go go go. I get this go 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 energy with you. Let's pick these up and give you a little bit more. What will happen next for the zodiac sign of Aries? Show us something, please. Here we go. Aries. What do we have for Aries? You keep getting this card, and I just feel like it's wanting to like have a rebirth with connections and people and places to go, seeing new things, doing new things that invite happiness into your life. I feel like you don't want to feel like you've been outed. I also feel like you don't want to worry about anxiety or depression or focusing on the past. I feel like the past is behind you. I feel like you're basically in a mode where you're trying to get decisive on what to do or where to go. Is what this is making me feel. You may also want to make sure you stay feeling comfortable where you sit while exploring and doing more. You have a very strong explorer energy. The world, I just feel like you're trying to figure out where to explore or what's going to make me happy when I go for this big strong exploration, whether it's of yourself or relationships with other people. Here we go. Aries, show me something for Aries. What's next? You're going to move. The Knight of Swords and the Ace of Cups is going to clarify with the Five of Swords. So you could have went through an energy where you had to let things go or things that you thought you could be emotionally attracted to. I feel like you had to let go. Some of you, it could have definitely been a fire sign or a water sign, by the way, Aries. It could have been a fire or water sign where you had to move away from it. I don't feel like you stuck around or it stuck around you. I feel like you moved away from it. Definitely could have been fire sign, water sign, air sign. The High Priestess, Seven of Cups, the Ten of Wands. Oh, excuse me, the High Priest. No. I'm back. Sorry about the interruption. So there was a situation. It's showing me, and this is going to be very precise for somebody. They don't have to be this sign, but I'm going to tell you they could be this sign. What it shows me is you have basically if you were an Aries and you dealt with a water sign, it didn't last. It didn't last that long. If you're an Aries and you were dealing with a water sign, it did not last as long as you were hoping or expecting it to move forward. Um, I get too for some Aries out there, whatever, whether you're female or male, it felt like something you wanted to be connected to. It was fun, but it was too much. It was fun, but it felt like too much fucking bullshit, too much drama, too much. It was very in and out. And when I say in and out, it was very hard to predict. This person was very hard to predict. And even how you felt about this person became hard to predict. And I feel like you decided, you know what, I'm better off leaving it alone. Okay. It could have been a fucking Pisces. I keep getting the energy of a Pisces. Some of you may be a Cancer if it's a water sign. Maybe a Scorpio, but it feels like Pisces or Cancer for whoever that's for. If it was a water sign, could be any sign. If it's resonating, it's resonating. Let's keep rolling. Here we go. Da, 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 da. Anything else for Aries? What happened next? Clarify. Okay, so what it's telling me is you want to go towards love. It's straight up telling me Aries wants to go towards love, but they're kind of in question of, do I trust it? The Six of Swords in reverse, the Seven of Cups. So it's around your imagination, or you do believe the opportunity would I get that sun card isn't here, but I get that sun energy. It'd be fun. I'd be happy. I could appreciate somebody else's time, or them investing their time in me and me doing the same thing to them. Queen of Swords with the Ten of Wands, though. The Queen of Swords is upright with the Ten of Wands reversed. It almost feels like you know that if it comes with too many problems, you don't want to really be hesitant on dropping, on letting the ball drop, or being aware that you need to Three of Wands, move away from it or move on and not really let it upset you with the Ten of Swords energy in reverse. I do get the energy you feel like you'll be able to trust your decision, but you'll be mad about making this decision or feeling like you had to fight first a person to tag along with that would have brought out the best of you, or felt you would have had passion towards. In other words, I feel like Aries isn't willing or wanting to keep dealing with the same shit. That's what it keeps showing me. So what will happen next? It looks like you will be on the go. Some of you will look into staying at different places you've never stayed, or even doing something that you've never done before. Trying to do stuff that fits for you, that I'm not going to say is outside of the box, but isn't something you were planning on doing. I feel like you're definitely going to be doing shit on the fly within like the next 3 or 4 months. If you get invited to it, or you have an idea, even if you don't jump at it at first, it doesn't have to involve many people. Whether it involves people or not, I do see you going through with the idea. Something like that for you. All right. Anything else for Aries? Last thing for Aries. If you dealt with a water or fire sign, definitely a water or fire sign, whoever you dealt with that you don't communicate with, I do feel like it did have some upset on their side of things. I do feel like it upset them or stressed them out a little bit, or they liked the back and forth that they had with you. I'm going to say they were committed to the gameplay. Somebody could have been committed to until it was the last strike. I don't know if that stayed paused or if you had to watch me like it did freeze, but that's kind of what it's showing me. Clarify what the bottom was going on. I feel like you're not really focused on the past or what wasn't solid in the past. You have I've moved on from things that have upset me reading, and I'm like okay with that. I'm not going to let things emotionally burden me. If I can't play with it now, I can be patient for what is yet to come kind of energy. What goes around comes around is how you feel about shit right now. And you feel strongly about it, is what the tarot is telling me. Victory is also what you feel propelled to go after. Starting your own ventures, going in your own direction, not having worry or fear, maybe saying goodbye and doing it solo for some of you Aries, while steadily focusing on work and career. You also may have people come back from the woodwork or try to come towards you. I don't feel like emotionally you're going to be very like you're going to move towards them very fast or really trust going backwards towards the past. I feel like you're not really, it's not going to intrigue you or fascinate you, or you're not going to feel like it's changed enough to trust it kind of energy. You may just decide to trust yourself. And I say all the power to that, because I think that's smart. I think that's being smart or doing yourself a favor in the end game. Okay, on to Taurus. On to Taurus. Let's go. Here we go. On to Taurus. Hopefully it's not cutting out too bad for you, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, Taurus. I almost wanted to say for Taurus, whatever comes out, even though this isn't whatever comes out. What will happen next, Taurus? I felt the need to say whatever comes out for Taurus. But we're going to stick with the title. What will happen next for Taurus? What do we have for the zodiac sign of Taurus? What will happen next? Just going to shuffle for a second. Taurus, you will be the sign I light a cigarette on. I don't know if I light cigarettes on you very often. I think it's Gemini, Leo, probably Cancer, ironic as that may sound. I don't know. I don't really give a shit. Here we go. But I want a cigarette with my coffee. Taurus, what do we got for you? One more. Give her one more. Okay. Let's do this. Taurus. Some of you Tauruses are letting issues go. Some of you Tauruses are letting issues go. Some of you Tauruses may feel like there's been issues of the past that either you tried to help with or you felt unincluded by, and you're not trying to let it like burden you or upset you. Kind of make you feel a lack of help. Taurus, I just get you're like, I'm not doing it. I'm not fucking doing it again. This is not happening again. Kind of energy, whatever that's about. Here we go. 9 of Cups. So you may have been trying. I feel the necessary need to feel. I feel like you've been trying to help somebody, or teach, or teach yourself new things. Or some of you, it's teaching yourself new things and learning new things that are going to bring out emotional stability inside of yourself. Others of you, it's doing it for somebody else. Where I feel like the learning, they weren't learning it. They weren't getting it. They weren't going through the great rebirth of change, or they weren't filling up their cup with love. They may be an earth sign, by the way. It could be an earth sign child or person, maybe a water sign. Whoever it is, I just feel like they weren't trimming the trees. They weren't getting a solution. Whether you were trying to help them with a solution, or whether you wanted to be part of trying to find a solution, but you weren't being given the opportunity. So I feel like if you haven't moved away from the energy that was upsetting, being unincluded or inviting yourself to be helpful, but it's not going anywhere, I see you moving out of that energy. Without the tarot, I feel you're moving out of that energy. I feel that energy is only going to hold you back for a little bit longer if you're still allowing it to. So for some of you, if it's still happening, it won't be happening for much longer. Taurus is going to say, the fuck with this, and I need to move on from it. If it doesn't want to learn, it doesn't want to change, it's got to figure out how to transform on its own. I can't do anything with this. It's like, basically, I don't feel like you're giving up, but and I'm not going to say you're giving in. I think you're understanding that some things take more time than you can afford to worry about, and that you need to worry about things that are important to you or to others that you care about, including yourself. Kind of something like that's happening with Taurus. What else is going on with Taurus? What will happen next for Taurus? Zodiac sign of Taurus. You're not going to let it stress you out. This situation, there was I get a family situation, I'm over it. There was a family situation that was potentially stressing you out, and I feel like you're saying goodbye to that or no to that. You may have felt like it's not going where it needs to. It feels very deceptive, or I want to clone a better reality, but I can't break it to be like for things to work. So I have to walk away from this shit. So you have this energy where it's like I have to leave this alone. I have to address my fortune, my future, things, and not let things stress me out while I do it. I have to put the work in towards the things that I may need to give to other people or to myself, financially, especially. A lot of Tauruses, I feel, you're going on trying to improve your financial structure more than anything. I feel like you were trying to be part of a situation with family where you were helping, but you were getting roadblocks, silence, or being kept out. I don't like that kept out energy, and I think Taurus is sick of that. So what is your response? What is it telling me or making me feel like your response is? It makes me feel like your response is to say, you know what, the fuck with it, I tried. Now they need to try. Nothing wrong with that. You witnessing you might have tried to do the right thing, nothing was changing for the better, and you just accepting it and going towards things that you feel like you put on the back burner that were probably going to be helpful for that person or for yourself or for others you care for. Do I see anything wrong with that? No. Do I feel like it might have went on for too long? Absolutely. And I feel like that's why you're going to reestablish what makes sense, what makes you happy. How can I how can I focus on the things that are going to excite me in life and not make me feel stress or make me feel like I should have been at work or I should have been getting ready to I should have been doing this at this time and I'm not where I want to be because I tried to do other juggle too many other things. I don't feel like you're going to focus on that. You strongly make me feel like career is going to be your motivation from for now to most of the rest of this year. Something about now to the rest of the year, you're dedicated to career, potentially career and family, or doing better in career so you can do more with family. Some of you, if you don't vibe with the family, it just means you're going to do it on your own. Simple as that. Show me something else for Taurus, please. Show me something else for Taurus, please. What else do we have for Taurus? Show me something else, please. What will happen next? Okay. You're really going to focus on your fortune. These came after the first one. I feel like you're in a no nonsense energy. This is what came up before that. The King of Swords in reverse. I feel like you're in a no nonsense energy. If it's not willing to work with you or move forward in the direction you want to move, you're not willing to work with it, is the energy that you keep displaying on the table. Things that may feel like they've kept you apprehended or stuck in time or suspense, you're not really wanting to have to, you know, be the moderator or deal with that shit. I feel like the moon, you've become aware that it's time to cut that energy out and let that energy figure it out for itself. That it slowed you down with where you want to be, the world in reverse. The Four of Swords, you may have had a lot of thought on your mind about how to become more stable at this time or finding a place that makes you happy and where to live. Something like that. The High Priestess, just trust the journey right now. Trust the journey and keep going down roads you haven't yet come across. All those 10 sticks, the 10 of wands energy, I feel like you're learning how to walk away from it and say goodbye. You know, challenging yourself to say goodbye. Some of you also may have felt like there were rumors or situations going around you that weren't worth your time or weren't displaying the true person you had to offer. Basically, I feel like you were patient with situations, but they weren't patient with you. And I feel like you're learning how to let that go right now. Like, honestly, you know what's crazy? Look at this. This is what I feel like you're focused on going forward, becoming very strong in the things that you're proud to go towards and your occupation. I feel like this means a lot to the zodiac sign of Taurus. And nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up, and I feel like you're going to move towards that. I just got that song out there. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up, and I feel like that's what Taurus is trying to establish. It doesn't feel like you're being biased about, do I do this alone or do I invite people? I just feel like you're so goal oriented to go in that direction right now. Here we go. the change. I feel like the change is necessary. And I feel like if anybody tries to come in and fight or argue with the change, they're just being foolish to the ideas that you want to go towards. Don't let anybody prevent your happiness. You know what I mean? Just because things may not have worked out or people have situations they have to emotionally break cycles, karmic cycles, whether it's feelings they've dealt with, harshness they felt towards them, or whether they just feel like this person who's ready to put their sword up and isn't ready, is always stressed on the what happened to me situation. I feel like you've discovered I can't sit in this energy. This energy is not healthy. It's not doing anything for me. It's not creating any justice. I'm also might be missing a beat on a love situation. I'm going to focus on the things that make me happy, whether it's getting a new animal, building a bigger bank account, moving it in a direction that makes you feel more secure. I see you doing this, and I see you saying no to anything that tries to block your happiness. So good for you, Taurus. This message I really like. I feel like you're outweighing the pros and cons of situations, and I do feel like your heart's still open, and it still bothers you that you may have wanted to be a part of a situation that just would not include you, well, for whatever fucking reason. I honestly feel like what it did is it made you focus on knowing you tried your best, trying to help be a part of it. And then it showed you, well, if it's not going to let me do anything or it's not challenging, it's not that it became unchallenging for you. It's that it made you kind of be aware that it's holding you back from responsibility or direction that has been important from you since before the issue became an issue. Okay. And I feel like that's a good thing. I feel like you being aware of that is a good thing. And that you just now nothing gets in the way of you picking up where things got in the way in the past. If it happens or something tries to come towards you like that, I don't think you're going to let it happen. I feel like you have too many things you're proud of. You also may feel like you weren't getting told everything or somebody was hiding shit from you. Man, you've got this people were hiding shit from you or were being dishonest, weren't willing to change, and they were stepping on, what makes me feel good. And I can't go towards a direction that's locking me out. I feel like emotionally you stepped up and said, fuck the fuck with that. What about me focusing on career and love? Doesn't that make a little more sense? If the person's not willing to learn something, or the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, it's around family. It's not so much a career. I feel like there's a family situation that made you feel out in the cold and you're not having it anymore. I feel like you're focused on passion, excitement, creation, happiness, and you're going to fight in that direction until you do one thing. You get it. I'm over it, and look at that. I just said love and financial happiness because I feel like you're doing both. The last two cards I'm going to give you. Well, maybe one more. The Empress, taking care of situations for you. Now you're putting it to bat or fighting for yourself, which I think, honestly, if you asked me, I would tell you you waited too long. Nine of Wands to take the risk or move forward. I feel like you were doing something out of the kindness of your heart. And I don't want to say it was taken for granted, but it feels like it was taken for fucking granted. Okay, let's keep going. Gemini. Here we go. Gemini. Gemini. What do we have for Gemini? What will happen next for Gemini? What will happen next for you, Gemini? Hold on, guys. We'll do Gemini in a second. I'm going to move the table again. Da, 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 da. I'm going to back this up. See if that helps. Back it up. I want to make it so I'm not so low to the screen. I don't really like being like I'm like looking like I'm 3 feet tall. That's not working well for me, to be honest. That might have helped just enough. We're going to find out. Do that, and do that. Still kind of see his eyes and his scars, but not really. I'm a little bit higher up. That's a little bit better. It feels better. Okay. Here we go. Gemini. Okay. What will happen next for Gemini? Communications. So you may have to be very aware of how to communicate or what's worth your time and effort to communicate or say. Some of you could be wary of communications that come in. I get this weary feeling of communications that come towards you, by the way, whatever that's about. Some of you could have that feeling like I'm kind of weary about communications that could come towards me. Here we go. Came flying out. Flip it. Others of you also may be wondering if, okay, I have to say this. So, others of you may be wondering about an investment that you put your time and effort in, if it's the right investment for you. Seven of Pentacles reversed, the Three of Wands, the Fool, and the Eight of Pentacles. I just get this energy. This is probably around work, by the way, where work may feel like it hasn't been the right investment for you, or you just don't know if you can trust it. It's like I want to move forward. I want to trust this venture, but I don't trust it. Something about I need to communicate. I need to be precise. I need to be aware, but I need not to be weary or worried about sudden communication or sudden exposure of I'm sorry, Gemini, but we don't need you. Thanks for your time and see you later. Sayonara kind of energy. I feel like you want to focus on things that'll get you not feeling like you have to worry about them. Sure of. I just feel like you want to have confidence right now. And it feels career related. Or with just communicating with people who you feel not only you that you can be aware and open to, but that you can trust to build the alliance or relationship with. I feel like a lot of that's going to make sense. As far as love goes, you may have felt like, damn, this makes me feel that energy for Gemini. Like, damn, it's been a while. I get this. It's been a while for some of you Geminis. So if you haven't had that fun in a while, this may be your reading. Here we go. Give me something else for Gemini, please. Knight of Wands and Tower. I feel like you're like can't wait for an a movement towards fun. Something about fun erupting or happening. And I feel like you've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And time's just been going and going and going. What the hell? Here we go. Show me something for Gemini, please. Oh, the sun did want to come out. Okay. King of Swords and the happiness. And I just get this energy where you may have had to cut off a fire sign, air sign. Definitely could have been a fire sign, air sign, earth sign, where they cut you off. Whatever happened, happened. But what I'm seeing with the King of Swords, the Sun card, upright, the Three of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles, I just get something about stability feels a little shaky right now for you. And you're aware of it. The moon is upright. I feel like she's got the fire stick in her hand, not only to see a clear path ahead of her, but she's aware of feeling a little shaky or uncertain. And she doesn't really want to carry the stress. I'm fucking over it. She doesn't want to be stressed out by this. It's like you don't want the stresses of the situation. It's probably testing your patience or making you wonder, is it worth the challenge? Should I move towards it? Am I making the right choice? Is this going to balance out? Or Five of Swords? Or am I going to get dumped? Or is the shit going to get dumped on me? Hanged Man upright makes me feel like the suspense of it. Your best answers come from within. It might be wise for you to trust yourself at this time. Also, Four of Swords. If anybody comes towards you looking for a handout, I'm going to tell you to try to move away from that direction. You know what? Say goodbye. See the kids smiling, laughing, like, see you later. Bye. See ya. Get the fuck out of here kind of energy. I think that's smart. I feel like you need to stay invested fully in the things that are going to make you happy or the new ideas that you can come up with. Some of you may also need to make a decision with career. Is it the career you want to see yourself in 5 years or in 10 years? Or is it making you happy? Is it causing more happiness or stress? Because for some of you, I feel like it's too fucking stressful, whether it's the people you work with or just not knowing if you're coming or going. I get this, I don't know if I'm coming or going energy, and I don't like it. So if I don't like it, you probably don't fucking like it. All right, here we go. Seven of Wands and the Eight of Cups. It's like, do I fleet a situation? Do I walk? Do I stand up and fight for the cause, or do I walk away from it? You're very back and forth, and I do feel like eventually you will walk away. I feel like you will walk away. You're just gathering the strength to make the decision. Emotionally, you. It's about. I feel like it's about timing. When is it going to make sense, or when am I going to find something that can pick up basically, you may have to be very strategic on your next move in a career sense on making the shift towards I feel like you're leaving one position of work to another. And I don't feel like it has to be overnight, but I feel like this is something you're going to end up doing. I feel like this is something that's going to happen to Gemini. 10 of Pentacles and the Emperor. You're definitely goal and career oriented right now and focusing on time with, if you have children with your kids, the thing I'm seeing is I just feel like one of them's taking up too much of your time or becoming too much, like there's just too much. One's taking up too much time or making you feel like, I feel like you're very creative. You want to come towards a new direction in career. I also feel the Nine of Cups and the Magician reversed. Emotionally, you're not excited about the path you've been on in a financial endeavor. I feel like it doesn't excite you. I think at once it did, but now I feel like you want to manifest a better reality or more. I feel like what you've done in work has shown its course of time and you don't want it to stress you out. I feel like you're like, no, I can't let this stress me out. Eight of Swords. I've got to be stronger than that. And you're going to come to that decision. Some of you, it's a matter of, do I fight for it or do I worry about things that are other things that are important to me, like going towards love or celebrating with somebody else in the future. So you have a lot of, let me wrap my mind on the future love situation I could put myself in or be in, but also let me figure out what I'm going to do with a career situation. You're making me feel like you want both really badly to work out without having to put in much effort, hoping things will just fall into place. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like you have to put in a lot of work on these. I'm going to level with Gemini. I get this overwhelming energy that you're going to have to put a lot of work and effort into both to make the reality meet the standard you've set. If you want to raise the bar to top the bar, you've got to be there and you've got to be part of that situation. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, I'm telling you, with you just sitting back, falling in love with situations, drinking the coffee, looking for the lover, but not doing shit. Because it feels like you're not doing shit when it comes towards love or really going towards love in the direction you want. I don't want to say that it's just you. It is kind of just you. Fuck that. It is just you. I feel like you're not pushing that direction. I feel like you're more like a Taurus focused on figuring out if you're happy where you are or if you feel invited and in part of the table, because it doesn't feel like you feel like it fits like the right glove. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like that white glove you put on fits anymore. It feels like your finger wants to poke a hole through that bitch. All right. Anything else for Gemini? What do we got? Lovers. You came flying out. Clarify the lovers. Lovers and passion. Clarify the top three. Ooh, I like how this is just jumping. Some of you Geminis, this will be the year you commit. Let me go to the right side before I read the left. Some of you Geminis, this is going to be the year you commit to making the stronger decision, the harder decision, where you're not going to let things that upset you of the past get in the way, or starting to recognize I need to clear up anything of the past that I haven't cleared up. I just get like I don't want it to have control or power over me with you. Something like, and you know that. The Lover's the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands. I feel like you also feel ready to find that love experience that's going to make you very happy and feel like you fought for the right direction. Something about this is where I want to be. This is who I am. This is what I want to manifest. You know what I'm saying? You may also feel like you don't want to have to stress about that career situation. That could also mean you may not have to stress about that career situation for too long. Here we go. Cancer in a second. Cancer. Thank you for being here and thank you for hitting that like button. Okay. All right, we'll do that a little bit. We'll go this way a little bit. And then we'll do this. And you're going to lose the lion's eyes a little bit. Up, 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 up. How the fuck can I get this? I have to fix the other thing, and I don't feel like doing all that. Maybe if I sit like this the whole time with my saggy man boobs hanging over the fucking black table. That ain't happening. All right, here we go. Did I just call my chest saggy man titties? I did. Here we go. All right. Well, it's fucking true. I got to start doing some push-ups or doing some fucking chest workouts. Goddamn. Here we go. Gravity's a bitch. All right. It ain't gravity. Age. Here we go. Gemini. Wait a minute. No answer. Gemini, you've had enough. You all like way too long of readings. Just speak it up and say it faster and get done with it. Kind of energy is what I need to focus on. Say it and move on. Here we go. Cancer. What will happen next for Cancer? What will happen next for the zodiac sign of Cancer? Let's find out. Oh, so such a tie. Start with the left. Cancer will be Cancer. I feel like it's not what will happen next right yet, but I do feel like this already happened. I do feel like those 4 cards have already happened. I feel like situations in love that you wanted to invest in are behind you. I feel like directions you wanted to balance out or try to see if they could work out. So some of you Cancers may have had a situation. This does feel like a woman part. I feel like I'm reading a woman right now. I feel like you may have had the opportunity to deal with somebody, potentially a water sign, air sign, earth sign, one of the 3. May have had the opportunity to deal with one of them, or maybe like a family member of one of them, and let them come back in. I feel like you said no. I feel like you were clear on making that decision too. I don't feel like you wanted to deal or be bothered with the stress. I feel like you're more propelled in a situation of working with family. This could be a sister, a cousin, a child, son, daughter, being more available for that right now. Also trying to balance out situations that have made you feel like they weren't balancing out in the past. Clarify emotions. Some of you are trying to figure out what is going to be the smart choice, or towards some of you, if you want to. Why do I get the energy? There's a Cancer that I get this, I wanted to move, and you might have had a hard time with that, finding a place or finding something that you felt was worth the investment. I don't know, but that's what I feel like with that. Like it's time to move on. I get this energy where you may have felt like, oh, fuck this. It's time to move on. I don't want to be here anymore. Sick of sitting still. You keep showing the Lovers in reverse too. So we're going to talk about that. Was it a water sign or a fire sign? I feel like you dealt with both. Some point in your life, I feel like you dealt with a water or a fire sign that was, I hate to say it, but it was a very kind of manipulative. I get this, it was manipulative, or you were aligned with them, you were out of touch with them, you became in touch with them, and now you're back to out of touch with them. Emotionally, I feel like you recognize it's that there's no communication, or you're not moving or building in that direction with them. So you have like this one came towards me, or I had the opportunity to go towards this one, but this other one wanted to start talking to me, and it came and it went. It came and it went. What is this? Why did that happen? Who cares? Let's move on to the future. 10 of Swords, 3 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and the 9 of Swords. I feel like it became obnoxious is probably the best word. 10 of Swords, 3 of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like it became more of a burden than a completeness for you. I feel like it became something to where what may have once intrigued you, or the responsibility of the beauty or respect you had to offer that you wanted to see come towards you, wasn't given to you correctly. And instead of making you happy, it kind of made you anxious or upset that you would even give it a second, like go around or even communicate with the person. I feel like it took a little bit for that to set in. But once it set in, I feel like you made up that your mind probably became strong enough to say, the fuck with this. This person was treating me like like a third party or a third wheel, and you may have struggled to let that go, or felt like they just weren't mature enough for you. Some of you have been like, they're not mature enough for you, or you may have felt like you need to trust your intuition to move away from it. Page of Cups is reversed. The Fool is reversed. The Moon is reversed. Knight of Pentacles. I do feel like you've been trying to orchestrate ideas that'll work out, and maybe may have been having a hard time with finances. Some of you with finances, maybe that's part of why you wanted to move. Others of you, maybe it's a matter of I just want to move because I don't like the environment I live around. So I get two things for the zodiac sign of Cancer. I don't like the environment I live around. I don't like all these gossip ass bitches. I'm going to do that again. Gossip ass bitches around me. And I feel like you're aware of that shit. I feel like you're like, what the fuckity fuck? I also do feel like you dealt with a water and fire sign that were very manipulative. It was like very one way. They had to get what they wanted out of a situation. One of them could have been a little heavy or like to dabble in drugs. The other one, not so much. I think the other one was more strict and hard to change. With the other one, it was probably like, where the fuck is this person all the time? Something like that. That won't be for everybody, but that'll be who it's meant for. All right, let's keep going in just a second. All right, here we go. Here we go. Show me something for Cancer, please. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why is this here? Clarify that for Cancer. What do I need to say? You're going to move on. And I feel like you're going to move on towards things that make sense to you or you feel like a completion. Some of you, it's gathering enough, saving enough money and reestablishing, basically putting enough money in your bank account. I do feel like a moving energy. Some of you, you're either moving or buying more than one property. It does feel like you want to sell something. I get this sell. I got to sell energy. I got to sell this, I got to get out of this situation. Some of you, so for the woman, I get you want to move. I don't feel like it's like I have to have this big luxurious house. It's just I just want to get the fuck out of Dodge kind of energy. For the man, I feel like you don't really want to sell, but you want to move. I don't feel like you have shit to sell. Some of you may have shit to sell and you're not willing to sell. I just get this fucking crazy energy for you. Anyways, here we go. Let's go. Happiness. I feel like the direction for you is seeking out happiness or finding it, figuring out how to find it. Also, not feeling like you're doing everything on your own. I get this. I'm doing everything on my own. I've cut the world out or I've cut out situations. Nine of Cups. I need to put a smile on my face energy. I feel like I've been out in the cold or fighting for everything too long. And now I need to build out of this problem. Let go of things that aren't working. Everything feels like it's dead and gone. The Five of Pentacles with the Three of Pentacles, I feel like you're building your efforts to go away from that energy. I feel like you know that it's the smart choice and investment. I also feel like you don't want to be stressed out with situations. I feel like you want to fight for a direction that's going to make sense. Something about I need to fight for a direction that makes sense. It also makes me feel like the Cancer isn't worried about a relationship. Oh, shit. As I said, you're not worried about a relationship. Look at this. I feel like you wouldn't mind one. You wouldn't mind a relationship coming at you, but you're not fucking worried about it, bitch. You're like, nah, fuck that. Fuck these tarot cards. Fuck that. I'm going to balance shit out on my own. Who needs the magician, bitch? I'm the hermit. And that's kind of how you're acting with the shit. Your consciousness is kind of clear. You have like a clear conscience with this. I just feel like you're trying to establish where to go or how to maneuver. Something about how do I do this? Where do I go from here? And you know it. You fucking know it, you bitch, you bastard. You fucking know it. I'll say it again. Motherfucker. You know what the fuck you want. And you've wanted it, and now you're starting to fucking say, maybe I should dabble with it. Maybe I should push the envelope. Maybe I should look at that fat check and go fucking towards the mountains or go fucking somewhere where you have to kind of either be off grid or be able to vacation a little bit more. Something like that. So some Cancers are getting the energy. I want to be able to vacation more. Bitch, whether it's a cruise, an island, I don't care. Others of you want to be closer to the fucking mountains. I see you in your fucking mountains, fucking fishing and having a good time. Or just being around like a smaller environment that feels welcoming. Whatever the fuck that's about. I don't know. You're reading kind of, I wasn't, this is making sense to me. I was like, Cancer, please. Cancer. And I'm all giddy and shit to do Cancer because I had no fucking idea where your reading was going to go. I had no fucking clue. And then the shit I'm saying, I couldn't fucking tell you 2 minutes ago I was going to say that shit. because I had no fucking clue. And the suspense of it was fucking killing me more than everybody else's shit. It was your shit where I'm like, what is going to come out? Because I can't fucking grasp it yet. But that's because you want to be fucking fishing. You want to be in fucking Hawaii, fucking playing with a hula hoop. I don't know what the fuck I'm getting a bunch of different Cancer energy here. So some people want that vacation life and want to invite that shit in. And just to have the fun of the vacation. I don't feel like you need to feel stuck to a relationship right now. I feel like you just want to, it's almost like you spring breaks here, bitch, and you want to run with it. But some of you, it's like, I want to run towards that excitement, where the other Cancers, it's the complete fucking opposite, where it's like, no, fuck that. I want a small crowd. I want to go to a concert here or there. I want to go fucking fishing. I want to sit on a fucking porch. I want to smoke a little weed or eat some fucking gummies and call it a day, bitch. Kind of energy, whatever. I don't know if that made a lick of sense. Hopefully I got the right fucking audience for that reading. Leo, here we go. Leo, here we go. Let's do it. At least I was fucking genuine with you all the way through all the Cancer. I definitely was trying to be genuine through every sign, and I do. But at least I told you where I was before I read what I was. I couldn't feel shit because it was like, it ended up being so fucking all over the place. I'm like, no fucking wonder why I wasn't picking this shit up. Because it's too much, and it's gonna it's gonna make me like, will you sit the fuck down? Well, go with it. I'm gonna tell you to go with it. But in my mind, if I had to do all that, I'm gonna be like, sit the fuck down or slow the fuck down or move your ass, but leave me alone while you move your ass. Which a lot of people are like, huh? The fuck is he saying? Now this shit doesn't make any sense. Ignore the ending of that, okay? Ignore the ending of it. Here we go. Leo. I'm going to say it, and I'm going to enjoy saying this for Leo. Not everybody's going to come to the table and like to see you win, Leo, whether you're a woman or a man. And keep that in your fucking telescope, in your fucking perimeter. Get an ugly stick. I got cut off. I was getting a little too fired up telling Leo to tell people to suck a dick in my own way, basically. In other words, not everybody's going to be for you. Not everybody's going to want to. They're going to be. I just get this fucked up energy with you, Leo, where you're going to have to deal with people who, those fake as fuck people who will pretend like they give a shit, but really misery likes company. Watch out for them fuckers. Because I feel like they're trying to invite themselves into your motherfucking energy, and do your best to let it happen, let it go, not cuss a bitch out. If you're me, I might cuss a bitch out. If you do, I'd probably laugh and be like, well, good. I'm glad you cussed a bitch out. Anywho, watch out for that shit, because people are going to be coming towards you in a way that it's going to try to ruffle the feathers or test your willpower. Be careful of that shit, Leo. And I guarantee you'll see that from now to November. At some fucking point, a couple people will try their bullshit with you. Or they're going to, it's like I don't know how to explain it other than telling you it's going to be very obvious, and you're going to have to just kind of like figure out how you want to deal with it. All right. Let's see what the tarot has to say for you, though. Here we go. Oh, I like being able to play with energy. It gives you a heads up on stupid ass energy or stupid ass people. And it's very true. Here we go. The Sun card. You're going to be very goal oriented. You're going to be focusing on going towards happiness, career, money, investing, saving your money, especially. I also feel like you may have the option for a bigger purchase. I'm going to say you may want to keep saving. Something about save right now. Wait on the purchase unless you really need that purchase. Put that money and tuck that money in. That's the card that decided to show up on the bottom. What's going on emotionally? Page of Cups is reversed. What's going on emotionally? It may feel like it's been a long time since you've enjoyed some fun. Some of you you haven't really hung out with friends or done anything fun since like last summer, for you to get that sun card in reverse. The shadow side, the hermit, is reversed. I feel like you're moving away from situations and focusing more on yourself, career, better health, or being more equipped, or being better at telling people no and to back the fuck off. Good. I just feel like you are aware of that. I don't feel like you really have your sword up as like I don't feel like you're strategically being an asshole, but I feel like if you have to be an asshole, you're gonna be an asshole. And I feel like this goes for both sexes. I really do. I feel like stability, like I've already said, is gonna be something you're very creative and passionate about at this time. I feel like you're not gonna have patience to teach or learn many things. You're just trying not to let anxiety get the best of you, or restless nights at this time. I feel like you've made a decision too. Some of you had to cut off being an investment with communication with somebody you were once with. How much sense is this going to make? Is there any Leo out there? And I'm sure you're out there. I know you're fucking out there. And I could say that this makes sense to this fucking Leo. Is there anybody you've ever been with out there where you gotta fucking communicate with them, but you keep it really short and to the point? Like one fucking word answers, or three words, or like K, okay, yep, thanks, see you later. All right. Well, yeah, been there, done that, and I feel like you're not gonna let stresses or situations get to you. You'll fucking say, fuck that shit, fuck that noise. What is it really doing for me? Is it making me smile? Is it making me enjoy the excitement that life has to offer? I feel like you're running towards success. I feel like you're running towards success, even if it's been hard to find success. I feel like this is your motive. And I feel like if anything comes towards you in love, like any fuckery comes towards you in love or tries to confuse you, you'll say no, or you'll just be like, fuck that. I'm stronger than you, bitch. I'm not going to tolerate that shit. You can't play with my emotions. I'm too fucking busy focusing on what the fuck I want. And I think you're aware of this, Leo, ladies and gentlemen. I just get this energy where you'll cut a motherfucking bitch off or bastard off real fucking quick. Like 0 to 100 this year. Very fucking hardcore. You might also be a little bit more trying not to be so vocal about what you need to say, but knowing you should fucking say it. Speak the fuck up and say it. What the fuck? What do you got to lose? As long as you're not going to say anything that incriminates you in the justice system, fucking say it. You'll have peace of mind. It'll be behind you. It'll be forgotten in the future. And if it's not, then you were probably a little heavy on the words, but still, maybe a bitch needs to hear it. Here we go. You're going to be very focused on transformation, creation. What kind of creation? Getting away from things that made you feel like they weren't moving or propelling in your favor. Fighting for yourself. I feel like you're fighting for yourself. If you were felt like you were going in circles, or there was a bunch of fucking chaotic nonsense, I'm going to say it again, nonsense around you, you're like making sure that becomes part of your past. I don't feel like you're going to let things get to you in the mind. I also do feel the need to make sure you're giving enough time to family, because it may be hard to be focused on all these goal-oriented tasks that you're trying to build, but also being emotionally invested in the ones you love. Karma, cutting out emotions. You're going to be very, very kind of wanting to focus on work. I see you focusing on work and like having the opportunity to go to like a celebration, or celebrating something very soon or eventually. Also, some of you may save your money and take a vacation. I get this energy where you'll save your money and you're going to go on a vacation, whether it's at the end of this year. For a lot of you, I see you going on vacation next year. I see you having a vacation next year, taking some of the money you make this year and spending it next year on a vacation. Mm-hmm. Here we go. Anything else for Leo? This one. 5 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles. So yeah, I feel like you'll out anything that makes you feel like it's not worth your time or the right investment. What is the world trying to say? This has to do with anything that fucks with you or tries to emotionally just annoy you. You know, I just don't get like Leo's, that's your card. I don't get like you want to be annoyed. I feel like you're not letting that happen. I feel like you're going to focus on keeping your eye on the prize and being very attentive to emotional conflict, drama, or just fuckery. I'm going to say it the way I see it. I feel like Leo's going to be very, very, you're not going to let any intrusive behaviors around you really fuck with you. You'll be like, yeah, let me just sit this one out kind of energy. Like, I'm not going towards that. It's getting in the way of my fortune, and I'm not going to stress that out. I think if anything, you'll focus on what's going to make sense for family, and where you could what's going to creatively work with career. I feel like you're going to really focus on that more than worrying about, do I need to fall in love? Do I need to be happy? Am I just don't get no. Your card keeps coming up with like success. You have like a successful mentality right now, and it doesn't feel like you're like locked to a love situation or hurting of a love situation. I feel like if you were once were, you've said peace and goodbye to it. You've resolved that feeling within inside of yourself. I do feel like you've been alone though. This has been a journey where you've been single. I don't feel like you've been married like recently, or you are married now. And I don't feel like you're worried about saying hello or goodbye to that situation. You know what I'm saying? I said something in my last reading about like hello darkness is my old friend. Well, for Leo, I just feel like I'm getting like an Adele song for you, where it's a very like independent song. um Something about fire. I don't even know the lyrics, but it's like is this, I spit fire to the rain. I just not wanting to be bothered with horse shit, and accepting it. I do see you wanting to do things, or invite excitement in, but I feel like it's a more or less, if I do this, am I going to do this, and am I going to still complete what I'm going after? Because I feel like you're trying to do a lot at once. Not all of you. Some of you that show me something that this doesn't make sense to. To the Leo, this doesn't make sense to. Show me something for that Leo. What's going on with that Leo? The Magician, the Two of Wands. So for the Leo that might not have made sense to, you may be trying to figure out where to head or how not to feel like you're making the wrong decisions with emotional stability or happiness, like how to go after that. I feel like you don't want to make the wrong oopsie kind of judgment call with that. The Empress and Victory is in reverse. So there's are Leos that want to see celebrations or committal energy build or establish. I just feel they're hesitant on if it's the right time or if it feels right to them. I don't feel like they want to be stuck feeling like, oh shit, why did I go towards it when I knew it wasn't time to kind of trust the situation? Um, So some Leos could be really going through like wanting emotional support from other people, but not really feeling as if they know if they can trust it. Feeling like it's a bridge that needs to be crossed, or still dealing with the past, identifying with letting go of the things that upset them, and wanting to pursue action, but I don't feel like they've made the bold steps to take off yet. And I feel like that's what the other Leo needs to hear. The other Leo. So the other Leo is looking for balance and love, but they're not really there. And you could be mirroring the first Leo, where it's about focusing on family and trying to establish more money. I'm done. I'm done. I one show and I said more money, and then the lady, there's a man and a woman there. So it's like I feel like Leos are really starting to get fascinated with having enough for themselves, and then eventually having that relationship that means something to them. Whatever that's about, that's the reading that keeps showing up for you, Leo. I feel like I'd like drop that energy. I feel like it just wants to talk about that. Anything else for Leo? Anything else for Leo? Ace of Cups, 10 of Wands. So it's like you want to be passionate, you want to be emotional, you're not trying to focus on things you've already went towards or that have upset you of the past because the wheel's on in reverse. The Hermit's in reverse. The Emperor is in a reverse. I feel like you're moving on and you're trying to make sure you don't move towards anything that just feels like it's going to repeat itself. I don't feel like you want to have any struggles or worries about things. You just want to invite change in. And I feel like a lot of it is not stressing about allowing it to happen or worrying about when or the how, just accepting that it will. I feel like you need to hear that. Maybe I fucking need to hear that. The Knight of Wands and the Mood card. Stay aware. And if something comes around you or looks too good to be true, it probably is. So cut that shit out before it can start and fuck with your emotions. That's what I have for the zodiac sign of Leo. Here we go. Jesus Christ. I love you. I'm sorry. Shouldn't have said that. If you're very like church going, I might have just upset you. I apologize. He knows I love him. Whew. Leo, god damn. I'm smoking a lot today. What time is it? I gotta fucking pay attention to the clock. I still got over about an hour of time, so we're good. Virgo. What do we have for Virgo? Drinking my coffee faster than I planned on. Shit, I wish I had a Red Bull, but I don't. Virgo. Here we go. What's the message for Virgo? What will happen next for Virgos? Some of you Virgos are going to have more money. I don't know why. You're either going to, I get two energies. More money coming in easily, or you saving more, being more efficient with your savings. Some of you may have to tackle some of that money, spend it to make more, to save more. I don't know why, but that's what I'm feeling. Like you're like a squirrel and you're grabbing all those acorns, nuts, whatever the fuck they are. Acorns, not nuts, but you know what I'm saying. You're fucking grabbing all those acorns and you're storing that shit. And I feel like you're knowing you need to do it. I just feel like you know that you want balance with this shit. If you felt like you were in suspense with a situation, specifically a man, I feel like you're putting down that battle. I feel like that battle that once upset you or that felt like it was always a fight. It always felt like fight or flight mode. I feel like you're moving away from that energy. You're not emotionally being attached to it or worrying about it. I do also get the energy for you where so some of you, this has already happened. Others of you, this is your future, Virgo. Some of you were trying to establish happiness in relationships, and nothing really came of it. And that's the past, Virgo. The Virgo for the future. That isn't. And thank you for whoever super chatted. I just saw a super chat way up there with a little icon guy. Thank you. I think that was Soul Seer. Thank you for the super chat. But I almost didn't say thank you. Three of Cups is in reverse. I feel like the Virgo that has tried to establish new connections, they're not working out. So work on yourself, God damn it. Like, what am I going to tell you? I feel like you may have tried to offer your cup towards love situations that are fucking not happening. You know what I mean? And it's keeping you kind of like recognizing what's going on, and you're having a hard time admitting the facts of situations, admitting what's holding you back, and why are you allowing it to hold you back kind of energy. I get brutal sometimes when I read, and you're going to get that brutal, hello, darkness is your old friend, motherfucker. Like, you're going to get that brutal reading. I can already tell. Like, I'm going to try to get out of this energy. I don't think I'm going to be able to. Because it feels like somebody's letting situations around a money situation suffocate them or worried about the outcome. I also feel like somebody's trying to get away with something or did try to get away with something. Some of you, it's a man. Some of you, it's a woman. What the fuck is this? The Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords reversed, and the Magician. And somebody's trying not to feel regret or upset about it. And with the Eight of Swords reversed and the Nine of Swords reversed, the Magician. Some are trying to let go of having to fight for things on their own and not worry about love situations that turned out to be shit. Let me say it. Walk away from situations and trust that they were better off alone. You may have felt like your voice or your opinion was shadowed or underclocked, wasn't heard. And I feel like you're not worrying about that now. I feel like now you're focusing on happiness, career goals, and how to. I'm done. Happiness and career. I'm fucking done. Happiness and career goals. Did you fucking hear me? Or I feel like for the Virgo that's been struggling with that, that's what you should be focusing on. So some Virgos, I've got two fucking things coming and going with your story. Some of you Virgos are looking to better yourself or know you need to look in that avenue. And it's towards like a love situation, a love partner, whatever the fuck it's towards, a financial goal. Others of you, you've already done that, but you're still struggling to go towards uh, more or feel. I get this like I don't really want to communicate at this time. You know what I mean? I'm cool with what the past is showing me. You know, you just feel like I want to stand on my own. Why? I want to move. I'm not willing to fight. So some of you emotionally don't want to deal with drama or or situations that upset you. Where others of you, it's the complete opposite, and that's what you need to face. So there's Virgos that need to face the music and they're not doing it. They tell you they are and they're lying to you, or they're lying to themselves, which is even more hurtful to the person that it counts for. Where the other Virgo, it's like they want to produce more, but they're not really, I feel like they're not really like all about it with building with a partner. Like it doesn't intrigue them as much as fixing things that they feel. So so it could be family situations needing to be mended, or not worrying about relationships being a part of the equation while you go after things that are going to make you happy. Oh, it's kind of nerve wracking because I can see two different storylines. So it's like I'm trying not to make people feel lost while I read this part of Virgo. Jesus. Anything else for Virgo? Anything else for Virgo? Oh, came flying out. Give it to him. The past keeps showing up. But why? I'm going to clarify this card in reverse. Why do you keep showing me the Seven of Pentacles? Is it because you know what? I don't need a card to tell you what's going on. I feel like you know you need to do things differently. I feel like you know you need to do things differently. I feel like you know, and it's time to take those fucking risks. The risk is worth the reward if you go towards it correctly. Because I feel like a lot of people are either holding back from going towards it. That's the Virgo that's kind of got the discipline. The Virgo that's undisciplined, I feel like they need to manage their life better. The Five of Wands with victory, they're not going to have that celebration or happiness or emotional connection or support. They're just going to continue to be stressed out until they learn their fucking lessons. I feel like they're not moving. And I feel like they want to move, or they feel like the world surrounding them. There's no pity party here. And I feel like they do stress about the lack of financial gain. They also may feel like they've been put out in a love situation too many times over, whatever the fuck that's about. And I feel like focus on the things that matter and focusing on building what you want to have, and stay try and true to who you are. And that's what counts. And that's what gets you full steam ahead. Whether you're the Virgo and things are working out for you, because some of you, and if you're the older Virgo, it's we. I can't say that. I can't say that because I can feel the energy. So there's some older women where it's working out with them for them. Then there's some older Virgos, it's not fucking working out for you. And I can feel the energy that intently reading this. Like, I don't need the tarot to tell me a fucking thing. I'm telling you what I already understand, and fucking without having to worry about the cards to tell you or interpret shit. So focus on what you want, or what's going to matter to you down the line. Not about the quick answers or what's going to make you content just day by day. Who wants to fucking do that? That's boring. It gets tiring, and then eventually you'll be alone and miserable outside of anything. I don't think that's the smart choice. Knight of Swords, the Wheel, Imagination, Two of Wands, Ace of Cups, the Hermit, Seven of Swords, working towards. It's about I'm done. It's about trusting change, or going through self-sacrifice. Treating situations different, not lying to what you want to build towards or what's important to you, but also establishing moving towards it correctly, and not forgetting the importance of it. I feel like a lot of Virgos will fucking basically either pretend like it doesn't matter, but then they wonder why they're not happy. Like down the this doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. This could be in 6 months, 6 years. But then down the line, you wonder why you're not happy. People aren't happy with you, or nobody's talking to you. Man, this feels so fucking like I feel like I just gave a severe therapy lesson to a Virgo, and I feel like you should probably fucking listen, because if you don't listen, this is what's probably going to happen. You're going to do things, you're going to wish for the change, you're going to want the environment of happiness, but if you don't seek the change and put the work in to get the change, you're not just hurting the people that you could have had the changes with, you're hurting yourself. You're lying to yourself. And then you end up in the dumps down by yourself when you had the power the whole time to move the fuck away from it. I'm done because it's pissing me off a little bit. It's like you can't teach a person who's unwilling or uncertain to change themselves. They have to figure it out on their own. so over it. And I'm sorry, it was kind of ugly, but it's what you get. Virgo, you can get the best reading. And I'm not going to sugarcoat. I'm not going to bullshit. I'm not going to tell you, oh, look at this great fortune. No, I'm going to tell you everything comes with the test of strength, comes with admiration of fighting for it and moving on in a successful environment that you're included in, but everybody else is too. Not just going for like lust, not just going after things that are going to fucking break your heart or hurt you or that weren't worth the investment. And then down the line, you miss out on all the right investments because you chose the wrong investments. And now nothing wants to come towards you. Cut the bullshit out. We all need to learn from our mistakes. Otherwise, we don't gain and grow from anywhere. We end up fucking wondering why emotionally things stressed us out or we didn't get the happiness we were looking for. Why didn't it fight for me? Well, maybe because I didn't commit to it in the correct ways. Maybe if I had established trying to do the things that I should have worked on correctly, I would have ended up with the victory and not with a bunch of fucking karma. Over it. That's what I got for Virgo. Holy shit. I'm probably going to lose all my Virgo subscribers. See you later. Sayonara. Make sure you hit the like or dislike on your way out, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. You better like this shit. Anyways. But don't go either. We need you, and you'll get a good reading at some fucking point this year. All right, here we go. I'm sure you have in the past too. God damn. Your shit made my nose itchy. All right, here we go. Libra. Let's go to Libra. Libra. I feel so guilty reading that to Virgo. I just basically told Virgo, stop it, bitch. like, shame on you. I feel like I was like to your ass and not, yeah, kind of towards Virgo. Jesus. What in the fuck? Libra. Here we go. Whew. They weren't ready. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I'll forget this reading probably very soon because what the fuck? Virgo, it feels like you're establishing. Some of you may end up trying to make more money. Like you want to make more money. I feel like a career may have shared its time. You may have shared your time with a career. Feel like at one point you didn't plan on moving on, but now you're kind of like, maybe I should move on, or how do I move on and make more? You're very goal oriented and wanting to basically save and not stress situations and trust that you're making the right decision right now. Libra is very, very, I feel like Libra's trying to find their way. And it definitely feels like you don't want to stress about shit or feel like you have to be combative with shit. You just want to kind of be on like your own boss or basically see things, lucrative things turn out to your advantage. I don't see anything with love yet. Anything else for Libra? Show me something for Libra. We're going to shuffle a little bit more before I say anything. Oh, well, it came flying out. Why is the High Priest in reverse? Libra's going to really focus on not letting things get to them. You have the complete opposite of, well, half opposite of Virgo. Some Virgos were doing very well with not letting shit get to them. And the relationship that bothered them, it's fucking nor here nor there. Other Virgos were fucking, they got to put a lot of fucking work and effort on the table. Libra's emotionally figuring out, I tried to be patient with the situation, or I've recognized the situation, didn't want to be patient with me, didn't have any more passion for me. It did upset me a little bit. I feel like it took time to set in that it upset the other person, or for you to accept that it upsets you a little bit, the lack of communication or growth. But I feel like it didn't stop you from wanting to continuously grow. I feel like there are situations that you may feel like somebody's holding back emotionally what was making them happy, or if they had the enjoyment. I feel like emotionally you feel like there was something that was going. Some of you may have felt like something was going on with the person you dealt with in a work situation. I don't feel like, I'm going to tell you it wasn't that. It could have been something else. Libra, they could have moved on and they could have moved. I feel like you felt like they were moving on towards a love situation at work. No, it paused again. Sorry about the interruption, everybody, but we're going to start from where I was. So I feel like you feel like somebody moved on, left you behind, was leaving a situation behind, or some of you. So for the man, you were left behind. She left you. She went after something else of desire, is what the reading's telling me. For the woman, he left you. And you've desired not to be upset about being left. You've just decided, you know what? I'm going to move away from situations that are upsetting. The Two of Wands is the decision I've made, and I'm not going to let them get me stuck or unhappy. The Hermit's in reverse and the Queen of Swords. There's no communication with you, Libra, and that love person. Whoever you were talking to or dealing with. I feel like that's completely behind you. It's died. It's gone. It's probably been a while since this reading, since this has happened. The Strength is reversed, but clarify why. Libra's focusing on how to find direction or see a rebirth, not only in love, but also with not stressing about the relationships they let around them. I also feel money. I'm done. I said, I also feel money, and look at Shazam. As I said it, the card shows up. I feel like you're not wanting to stress about the relationships that come towards you, but you're also focusing on how can I be happy in a money situation and not stressing it. Bottom of the deck. Here we go. How can I be, like I just said, happy? One shuffle, Four of Swords. This runs through your mind all the fucking time, is what the tarot's telling me. I don't feel like you let it stress you out too much. I feel like you are passionate about it. This tells me you've let go, double cards, double clarification. You've let go of the past. You're not emotionally burdened by it. The Magician. But you may feel emotionally like, shit, things aren't moving the way I was expecting them to move. You know what I'm saying? The Star. I need to manifest a victory, and I haven't been getting the victory. And I can't hang on the heartbreak or the sorrow of what had happened. I need to fight for the changes that I need to accept that are good for me. And that's your card. That's your card. Double energy, Libra. Balance. You got double balance together. Six of Pentacles, justice. You recognizing, you know what? What goes around comes around. And even though it didn't work out, it's not going to be the last thing that I keep on my mind. It's not going to control my imagination or keep me surrounded in fear or hurt energy. I'm going to focus on getting balance, and then I'm going to look for the situations that can bring in true happiness or a true foundation of love. It may take a little bit of time, is what I feel on this card here, before that comes in. It may take a little bit of time before you see that momentum happen for you. A relationship establish, a connection establish. Doesn't mean you won't talk to people in between. I'm not saying Libra won't talk to people in between. That I did not say, but I'm saying that correct relationship, it may take its course and not set in for a little while. You may have to kind of, I don't want to say experiment, but I'm going to say you may have to dabble with some people before you sit down with somebody who you sit across the table from, and it just feels like that this is the person I want to hang out with, and this person feels mutual in the same respect as you do. Something like that. I do feel like the change is there, and you just have to be aware and excited to go after it. It does feel like it's at a distance, or some of you feel like, you know what, can I really manifest it? I wouldn't worry about can I would worry about focus on knowing you want to, and emotionally not holding back or being regretful of anything that didn't work out. Don't stress about the things we don't have control of. What is this about? So a lot of it's purging the past. Libra has a reading where it's like, I need to purge the past. I can't focus on the things that had hurt me in the past. Nine of Pentacles. I have to do this on my own. With the King of Wands, Libras are very aware that they don't want to be stressed out and they want to be happy. And they've been strong on their thought process, but also wanting to see stuff take off. This is for the Libra that hasn't been approached with love or going after love. You're more or less going through like a metamorphosis, or like I feel like you're going through a new chapter in life. They say people change every 7 years. Maybe you're going through some shit like that. The Strength card, two of Swords with the Lovers. You're gonna have to contend with some decisions. But I'm going to be real with you. I do feel like it's at a distance. Something about for Libra, I just feel like it's not happening right away. I'm going to tell you. All I can tell you is the Hermit's here, the lack of communication, and then the Three of Wands at a distance. I don't see it happening soon. I feel like it takes its time. The Knight of Swords is reversed. It's not rushing towards you right now. Eventually, maybe in a year. This says the Wheel of the Year. Maybe in a year's time, it'll feel like that situation is now showing up for you. or you're showing up for it. Something like that for Libra. Jesus, Libra. All right. I went fucking ham on Virgo. Sorry about that, Virgo. Sorry about that. All right. Here we go. Virgo. Oh no, we just did who the fuck? Not Libra. I just talked about going ham on Virgo. Just did Libra. Scorpio. Scorpio. All right. Let me see. Where's the chat at? Well, let me see the chat. What's going on in here? I can't find the chat. There we go. Why is it not working? What if I do this? Give me a second, everybody. What if I use my data network? Let's see if that'll let me see the chat. While you wait, if you don't mind hitting the like button, greatly appreciated. I just want to see. My wife won't let me view the chat. And now my freaking, oh, there we go. I was going to say, and now my 5G data won't let me watch the live. It's just buffering. What is going on? Like, I know what it is. I know what it is. I know why it's fucking up. Because they're probably throttling the internet because a lot more people are in my fucking area because I live in like a vacation spot. That sucks. So they need to get that shit figured out. You know what I'm saying? Like, otherwise they'll be getting a call from me and I'll be changing the fucking almost $200 a month I pay them. Fuck that. Here we go. All right. Hey, Barb. Hey, Reese. Welcome in, Eden. That's who I can see right now. Hello, Laurel. Thank you, Laurel. I read your comment. Appreciate it. Appreciate all your comments in the video and after. I do. Here we go. Scorpio. Came jumping out. Get your first card, Scorpio. Let's go. Not letting the past get to you. Good for you. Scorpio's like, So basically, Scorpio's like, I'm not letting any fuckery come towards me or upset me. And I feel no hesitancy on this. I feel like things that may have once worked out that aren't working out for you, people, situations that might have been, some were helpful, some weren't so helpful. So there was good between situations. There was bad between situations. Some didn't end the best. Some ended kind of naturally. And I feel like you're not letting that upset you at this time. Good for you. The Lovers. What's that all about? That's upright. Some of you are focused on the happiness or will be focused on the happiness in a love situation. Ooh, la la, yum yum. Some of you are going to get the yum yum. Need some bubble gum, bitch. Here we go. Scorpio. Others of you, I feel like it's reading a bunch of different Scorpio energy. Queen of Cups reverse, 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and 8 of Cups. Others of you may have had to walk away or felt like a Leo walked away from you at some point. And it does feel like a Scorpio woman, 40 or older, may have dealt with a fire sign. Could have been an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Could have been a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Could have been a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Could have been one of those three. Don't feel like it's an air sign. Feels like an earth, fire, or water sign. Whatever sign you dealt with, I don't feel like emotionally you're worried about moving towards that scenario. I feel like you're more focused on the manifestations that have yet to come. Also being very aware and excited, both sides. The top part of the story and this part of the story, both sides of Scorpio, being more excited about changes or events to take place in the future. So something to do with production. Some of you, if it's not production, it's something that provides an audience. Whether you do this shit online, whether you do something with music, it's something to do with an audience and a connection. It feels spiritual, but it also feels like it relates to other people, or you want to bridge the fucking gap and you know it. And I'm getting a female and a male that both do this. They both do it. They both feel for it. the Knight of Pentacles. Could be struggling financially, or not wanting to worry about having to struggle with money and spending money. Something about, I got to be careful with what I spend. The Wheel of the Years here, the Nine of Wands. Also be careful who I communicate with and not trust everybody so willingly. Maybe that's a lesson learned for Scorpio, that I can't trust everybody so willingly. I do feel like that's something you've already learned or already dealt with. Anything else for Scorpio? I'm going to ask a question. I just want to see what comes out. Is this the single Scorpio? One more card. Ooh, yeah, okay, yes. So for the single Scorpio, you may be in an area where you're not really worried about communicating or being upset with the way love situations had what had happened. I feel like enough times went by. Something about being patient and having enough time with energy, not really worrying about stuff, just trusting things as they go and putting a lot of time and work into either your kids or your work in general. Work and kids more than focusing. The single Scorpio is not focused on love as you know, as much. Now, if you are in a love situation, you may have a lot of strong, extreme passion for this love situation, or you guys like to brainstorm and think of things. I get this, like I one feeds off the other's energy. One does what the other does, or trying to be very supportive of a situation. I feel like the man, Ace of Wands here, is extremely passionate or wants to see himself transform, but the woman's trying to mirror the same aspect of a situation. Whatever, that's what it's showing. The Nine of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Emperor reversed. You both could be trying to find your way and be more successful. The Emperor's reversed. You could both be trying to be entrepreneurs and trying to see things take off, or be able to establish great strength and not stress about the victories ahead or deception that you may have dealt with, whatever. The Death card's reversed, the Strength card, the Hermit card's upright, the Six of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and Karma. I feel like you've let go of situations that upset you. And now, so I'm getting for both energies, single or coupled, you're more or less, so the single energy is focused on career and family. The coupled energy is wanting to establish a deeper bond, kind of like a deeper connection, or finding somebody who loves what they love. So the single person could be trying to find somebody who loves what they love, but also loves them. Where the one that's coupled is already found it. Whatever. I can't do this. Your reading is like too much. I feel like I'm reading like it's like A, B, C, D, E, and then I'm starting to read the alphabet backwards, Z, Y, X, and yada yada yada, and it's like, whoa, it's just too many different punchlines, a coupled, a not coupled, and it's kind of like I feel all over the place when I have to do that, but still, let's go. All right, we're gonna move on from Scorpio to Sagittarius. Here we go. Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. Whatever comes. No, I wanted to say whatever comes out so bad. Maybe that's what this reading should have been. Nah. What will happen next for Sagittarius? Clarify the Three of Cups in reverse, please, for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I feel like Sagittarius is just going in a direction where if they can't trust a situation, they're going to just be okay with it, not let it really tear them down. I feel like Sagittarius is wanting to be more open to people and invite the change, but isn't afraid to fight for themselves at all. I feel like Sagittarius is very aware of this. The High Priestess to the Three of Cups is in reverse. So you have when it comes to thinking or learning something, I feel like you want to learn how to move towards new fun and excitement. The thing is, I don't feel like as much as you would like to do it, it's happening. I just get it's not happening. It's not showing up yet. It could show up. I just don't feel like it's aligned. Something about it doesn't feel aligned yet. The Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. I feel like you're not gonna let that get be what deters you or gets in the way. But then there's the Two of Wands to the Hangman to the Eight of Wands. I also feel that just gives me, because the Two of Wands is in reverse, the Hangman's upright, and then the Eight of Wands is reversed. It just feels like it's delayed, or you're not really going to worry about that situation all that much. When we get down here, the shadow side's reversed and the Three of Pentacles. More clarification that you're not worried about situations not changing. I do feel like you are being very careful and not wanting to move towards anything that feels dishonest with you, distrustworthy, lying, manipulation, like you're being very precise and careful. And a lot of that may happen to be because of the things you've learned of behavioral past. So think about the behaviors of others, or even the behavior I've bestowed on how I let things upset me. I'm learning to change my ways, but I'm still like trucking forward. I just get this. I'm going to truck forward, and I'm not going to worry so much or be you have like I won't be devastated. Swing better, swing for the fences. Temperance is you. I do feel like you would invite a relationship, but some of you, others of you, this is very strange. Some of you may be ready and some of you are not ready. So it's like, I don't get it. The Five of Cups emotionally. So there are some Sagittarius that are too hurt in the situation and they don't really want to open up. While the tarot's saying that, I feel like there are other ones that are ready for the celebration or would open up I'm done. I'm done. Follow that, the card behind it would open up to the accept it. So I'm getting like some will say no, but others will say yes. So some Sagittarius are willing to work towards love. Others are not willing to work towards love at all. I feel like for some, it's about the challenge. And it's about something about starting the challenge, go after the challenge, start communicating, go for it kind of energy. The King of Wands with the Six of Wands. It doesn't look bad for some. I can't say for all, but for some of you, it doesn't look bad if you try to go after this challenge. Others of you are like, no, I'm not doing that. It's not worth the stress of it. I'm better off on my own. I don't want to fall in love with nobody, and that's what I trust. Bah humbug, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. If that's you, that's you. If that's not you, that's not you, and you're part of the other story. Two of Pentacles, others could be trying to weigh the pros and cons. It's worth playing with, or if it's something that they shouldn't focus on at all. To each his own here, because the Queen of Pentacles with cutout, it's very back and forth emotionally, and it's like I don't emotionally want to go towards something that would manipulate me, but I'm sick of being in silence kind of energy, or things not turning, events not happening, and me being aware that I want to move away from this energy. You're definitely aware. I feel like you want to strategize change, but it's like, is it worth it? I'm going to tell you, I feel like things that you've seen in the past not work out. We're only here to test test you and see how strong you could become to walk into something that's going to ignite your happiness or make you feel uplifted. I feel like you went through the test of time with relationships and people, and it was just to give you a stronger realization of you, how much you can endure internally. Also, to remind you that I feel like you need to remind yourself happiness you can always commit to happiness, even if things upset you or didn't create balance, or the communication felt like it was always non-existent, or the person was hard to get a hold of, or made you feel like they didn't care about your emotions. Because I do feel like that without the card being there. The Page of Pentacles, karma, the World. I feel like you need to get excited and emotionally attached towards fighting for things that may not have felt like they fought for you when it came to love situations. You could be trying to put things down that have upset you and walk away from them. But at the same time, I just feel like emotionally you're holding back. I don't know what you're holding back, but there's a hold back with some. Not all Sagittarius are holding back, but there are some that are holding back or not willing to go towards falling in love again. It just it could be as simple as like it just feels like too much work, or I've made up my mind and I'm not going to change it type energy. I don't get it. I don't know if I want to get it. If you're happier alone, there's nothing wrong with that, but that's what it's kind of trying to speak about. It could have just been something about it was too stressful. I had found the person that made me happy, and I don't deny the fact that you found happiness with somebody. I believe you did. And if they hurt you so much when the separation happened, whether they died or whether they broke your heart, whatever happened, it doesn't mean they're the only one you were supposed to be happy with while we share time on this earth. Remember that, okay? Because I feel like emotionally, you want to get away from that energy, but you struggle to admit that you want to start over, or that it's not lonely doing things on your own. It is. And it's time for change and new victories and exciting passion and becoming strong enough to entertain them, communicate them, and also nurture yourself. I don't feel like you've been doing this, and I feel like you don't want to, but then you do know you kind of wouldn't mind having it. And who am I talking to? Talking to you. And that's your card too. I'm talking to you. I'm done. Ooh, it's kind of freaky. Next, let's go. All right, Sagittarius is done. We got to do Capricorn. Capricorn. What do we got for you? Capricorn. How you doing, Diane? Welcome in, Stephanie. Quartz Rose. Tarot, hello. How you doing, good man? Here we go. All right. Capricorn. What do we got for you? What's the message for Capricorn? You keep showing the 10 of Pentacles. Let's see what happens. Keep showing. Reversed, upright, and being aware. What is it trying to tell us? Let's find out. It just doesn't want to leave the bottom. It keeps going up and back and forth. It's going to probably be a fucking money reading. I don't know. It might just be. Split the deck in half and there's stability. Are you contemplating something with your stability? Because now the 4 of Pentacles is in its spot. Something about, do I go towards it? Do I not? Let's see what happens. What will happen next for Capricorn? I felt it. I'm going to say it. If there's something in a financial, I can't believe that just happened. If there's something happening with you in a financial endeavor and you've been basically hesitant, I wouldn't be so fucking hesitant. I would definitely say yes. Go after 3, 4. Rush towards it. I'm done. Rush towards it. And look at the victory motherfucking card. You just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. And what number is the victory card? 6 of Wands. 6 cards. 6 of Wands came out. To clarify, and they're all upright. That's 6 yeses. Go for it. If there's something you've been wanting to work towards or go towards or a goal or challenging yourself, you should be going towards it. I just got like lucky hand itch. It's not my nose, because sometimes it's my nose. I'll be itching and shit. No, I feel like you have the luck of the draw here. I feel like something's meant to monopolize for you or work out well for you. Whether you put the investment into it or you start doing it now. I don't know, but I feel like you get a win. I'm dead ass going to say there's a Capricorn out there who's going to win. Whatever you seek. I don't know if it's the emotional support or relationship building or if it's financial. It did kind of lucrative. I'm not going to lie. It felt lucrative. It felt like that victory had, maybe it's a little bit of both. Maybe you get money and success in love. Let's see what happens. Let's read for you real quick. Capricorn. Holy hell. That was a lot of cards. Always to the right. So go here. Ten of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. So there may have been times you felt disturbed with peace or happiness. Some of you, when it came to being disturbed with peace or happiness, or feeling like things got in the way of your happiness, or being able to move towards accepting offers. Something about shit went shit hit the fan, and now offers are coming at you, or you have the availability of offers, or you're going to. You have to make the decision. Is it going to make you happy? Is it going to produce the happiness you want? Some of you might be on the fence on if you'll work with it, or if it makes sense for you, if it motivates you, if you feel honest about going after it, or if you want to focus on what I already said, your success versus love. I feel like that is a decision only you can answer. Is a decision only you can answer. Pentacles is the Five of Pentacles is reversed. Sorry, we lost connection again. And the Lovers is upright. The World is reversed. Karma is upright and change. I feel like the only thing that's going to satisfy you is if you make up your mind. Some of you, it's about making up your mind towards a victory with finances. Others of you, it's about both victory in finances and love. Accepting that great opportunities are there for the taking. And I feel like it's wise for you to go in either direction, because I feel like some of you will definitely get both, where others of you get one. Whether you have both or you wanted both, I do feel more or less one of you guys want, some of you want both, but you're going to get one far more than you planned. Whether it's very successful in a career or financial situation, others of you where it's very successful with a lover, really feeling for the person, and having strong admiration for the love of the love of the relationship. Your message is very clear to me, and I'm not going to show everything to you. I feel like I'm going to show you the cards off the deck. I feel like the past that made you feel upset, Strength card reverse, Four of Cups upright. I feel like the past made you really understand the fortune you don't want. And everything else I see in front of me makes me really feel like you know that the past is not a direction you're going to go towards. The Seven of Pentacles upright, the Six of Cups upright. I was going to show it to you, but I feel like you're not going to let this be a burden. I also see the Eight of Swords. That tells me if it makes you feel like it's something that has power over you. The Ten of Swords in reverse tells me it doesn't. It doesn't. And you need to manifest a direction that feels powerful and change. You also may have felt like what goes around comes around in situations, or some of you in this does feel like it's the woman who may not want to admit it, but there's a Capricorn women out there, or a few, who wanted to see that happen to people. What goes around comes around in the world. It wasn't about worrying about what happens to somebody else or how they did you wrong. It was about overcoming situations that upset you, whether it's a love situation, or the fulfillment on doing things on your own in a love situation, or the fulfillment of finding peace in the work environment that's going to take care of you or anybody else you care about. And I feel like you've come full circle. And I feel like you have a very good chance of winning, either in love or trusting that I can work things out and manage my money situation. I also feel like you need to fight for either direction or both right now. And it's the wise choice for you. I'm just going to tell you, like, if the tarot was trying to speak to me on a higher vibration, go towards either one or both of them, and you probably have more success than you would expect. Okay? I'm done. It's build towards it. It'll grow. Are you ready to make it happen, transform into it? I don't know. You tell me. And don't fall short on the short ends of situations. If anything comes towards you, feels shaky or unbalanced or tries to be rocky, you have all the power to make the decision to look at it like this and say goodbye to it, and not be stressed out about it at the same time. Look at Nine of Swords, not be stressed out about it. I feel like you just got to put work in, and it's either towards work or towards love right now, because I feel like you're getting the green light. You're definitely getting the fucking green light. Over every sign I read, I feel like it's at your disposal so fucking easily if you are willing to pursue it. I don't know. I just feel like other people are gonna like try to run through that yellow light and hope they don't catch the red light. Others are sitting at the red light. I don't feel like you are. I feel like you have that luck right now. Something feels very lucky about you. Very lucky about you. Like, it will show growth. I'm just gonna say, don't be lazy and sit back and let it pass. Especially if it's a love situation, you should entertain. And this is not me saying run back to an ex that fucked with you mentally or emotionally. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying create the balance that's going to bring in passion or happiness, and just be okay with it. Because I feel like if you were fighting for things on your own and you felt like things weren't showing the growth that you wanted, I feel like, well, guess what? I don't feel like you'll be fighting on your own for much longer. I feel like you'll be adapting change in the world with somebody you want to change. I'm done. Change with, and look it, and something fell. So if things didn't feel like they were fighting for you, or you weren't fighting for them for a while, so what? I feel like what's happening is it's what goes around comes around. Things that had hurt you are giving you the opportunity to have the things you want: stability and love. I'm done. Put a fork in me. That's what you get, Capricorn. Here we go. I feel like you should fight for it, or you should really open up your awareness or start doing something to make yourself feel capable to have what I just said, because I feel like you could have it faster, or it just wants to come towards you. I just get this energy where it wouldn't be that hard if you're ready, if you're at that point and ready. And if you're not ready, you're not ready. It is what it is. We're done. Aquarius, here we go. Aquarius. Aquarius, what do we got for you? What will happen next for the zodiac sign of Aquarius? What will happen next for the zodiac sign of Aquarius? People will commit to listening to you or wanting to work with you, or you're going to figure out who to work with and who not to work with, Aquarius. What the fuck? I feel like you're looking for how to balance situations out. I feel like you're not letting anything that's upset you in the past get in the way of where you want to be. Like, something about you're going to be very careful. Why is the karma card in the center? What's going on with that? Clarify that for Aquarius. You're not going to let things. I already said you're not. Nine of Swords is reversed. You're not going to let things get to you, or act foolish. You also, some of you Aquariuses may be invested in a water sign with love. Queen of Swords is reversed. Five of Cups is reversed. Why do you keep getting an energy where you don't want things to get in the way of where you want to be? I almost feel like there's been roadblocks or setbacks, and Aquarius is trying to be mindful of them, like they're not present, or not, just trying not to focus on them, wanting to invite change and not wanting to feel left out of a situation that makes them happy. Could be with a Scorpio, definitely could be with a fucking water sign, because this is Scorpio energy. Could be a Cancer or a Pisces. Two of Cups. I feel Scorpio energy on you. The Empress, or you dealt with a Scorpio. You might have dealt with a Scorpio or an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, whatever. Could have maybe a fucking Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, but I'm going to stick with either the fire or the water sign. Here we go. Maybe an earth sign. Who gives a shit at this point? Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Could be back and forth on the direction of what's going to be successful, and being aware of it. Also, some of you may end up knowing you need to invest more in the time or efforts in building money or saving the money you make. The Emperor, becoming your own boss, doing something for yourself. Page of Wands, something about I need to make better connections or create my own connections, or become that self-serving connection. I don't know. It's getting on my nerves now that it's getting so. It's very money oriented and not being stressed out of situations in the past, or being grateful for what's happened in the past, but not being stressed out about what's yet to come. The Ace of Swords with the past, I feel like you're not trying to have any regrets or sorrows towards things you've already dealt with, and you've made this decision up. You're emotionally detached from situations that felt like they stressed you out or weren't there for their best good. Could have been somebody that should have taught you something but never taught you something, or emotionally upset you for a long time, and emotionally now it doesn't bother you. Five of Swords with a Magician. I feel like you also feel like you felt like somebody. I feel like you felt like somebody wasn't honest around you or telling you everything you needed to know about what was going on. I'm done. Look that's the Liar card. Somebody may not have been being honest with you. And I feel like you're not focused on the things about that. I feel like you're going to start focusing on love and growth. Something about love and growth, being patient with, maybe it's with some kind of, so you have temperance and four of wands, celebrations, love, being there for love situations. Thank you for the super chat. Maybe doing more, being invited to things, being in something about being included. I don't see you being upset with shit or wanting to be upset with people. And this also makes me feel like you could come across a bunch of new energy and they don't last. You deal with some new people. It's there for a minute. It's in 1 minute, it's out the next. Something about the Hangman, the King of Wands, and then the Eight of Wands. It goes. It starts, it stops. Starts, it stops. Or you keep building these alliances that their existence within inside of who you are or with your direction, but then it unaligns itself, and you have to maneuver or find something that works better for you. Something like that. Let's see what else we have for Aquarius. Ten of Swords. I just get this cruising energy. You give me this cruising energy. I'm just letting things be. I'm accepting them for what they are. I'm trying to be happy with where they are now and invite more happiness in, even if I'm unsure of if it's coming or how I'm going to establish building it. I just feel this frenzy of trying to be okay with your surroundings or situations you're dealing with right now and knowing you're doing that. Aquarius is like well aware that they're doing that. All right, let's see what else we've got for you. Anything else for Aquarius? What will happen next? You may have to deal with some drama or conflict, or you have in the recent past. I don't feel like it's going to conflict because I don't feel like you're going to really have to worry too much about things that upset you or people that were once close to you that you may not be so close with in the future or now or in the future. It feels like now and in the future for some of you. I feel like you're not going to let that get in the way of your happiness. I feel like just because things become distance or there's an emotional pullback, I don't feel like it's a bother. I feel like it was just a decision that needed to be made, that somebody needed to move away from it. Emotionally, it was probably what was the mature thing to do. There's double emotion, king and queen facing the sun. It was probably what was better for everybody involved, or at least you. At least you. I can't be reading them completely. I'm not trying to. Ace of Pentacles, Six of Swords reversed, Six of Wands. I just get this wanting to make things work out and trying to figure out the direction that's going to make you feel solid or that's going to be a win. I'm going to tell you, don't have any worry or fear. And then it's funny I tell you that. The Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Swords, I feel like you're trying to figure out how to become more independent, maybe fiercely independent, or just strategize how to focus on, proper health, proper living, proper money coming towards you and towards other people. I feel like this is going to be your goal going forward. But I do, and it's funny, I said that, and then after I said what I was feeling, you showed up. I just feel like you're trying to figure out how to do that and not play tug of war. I feel like you're in a learning stage. You're learning what's going to work or how to do it. You're becoming a good version of yourself or a better version of yourself. And I feel like that's the right effort to take. And I feel like it will bring gains for you. It may take its time. You may need to be aware and not worry about the hard times that happen before you see any momentum build. Stay creative, passionate. Even if it feels like it's not showing up, things show up when we least expect it, especially if we don't let them get the best of us. And the celebrations we want to have happen can happen. But I just said, making sure you wait, because it might just be worth waiting. Some of you could be waiting on a love situation to erupt. I'm going to tell you, some of you, it could be on its way to you. Others of you, it's not something that you may be strategically looking to fight for or worrying about or trusting at this time. The world with a magician. Some of you may not trust the opportunity of love right now, while others of you are enjoying love right now is what it's telling you. Whatever. Two of Wands and the High Priestess. Only you can trust the path that's meant for you or where you are today or where you're going to be tomorrow, because you sit in your own shoes. You take your own breaths. And I feel like that's something that you're aware of. I feel like that's something you're aware of and okay with right now. I feel like you're aware of that. You've let go of the past. You've invited change. But you had this reading a while ago. You're seeking balance and not wanting to deal with any emotional bullshit or any dishonesty or your disconnect for anything that throws you off balance at this time, because I feel like you're trying to be very intelligent, and you're like, okay, I don't want to be combative. I just want to focus on the Knight of Wands, the Hermit, the Strength, Nine of Pentacles. Basically, where can I go from here, and how can I be content and happiness, but also successful? Something about I want to be content with happiness and love, but I also want to be successful. And I get this, I'm not sure if it's going to work energy. Don't tell yourself that it's not going to work. Don't stress yourself out. I'm done. Queen of Pentacles reversed. The Nine of Swords reverses. Don't stress yourself out about it. Just accept the journey and have fun with the ride. Make the best of it. I feel like that's what you should do. Once again, Queen of Wands reversed. Triple, don't stress about it. Open up to the creation, the passion of it. The Empress. Make sure you're taking good care of your health as well. The Page of Swords, Page of Cups, the Death card, and the Seven of Pentacles, the Wheel. Okay, it's telling me you may be about building up a relationship while building up towards your dreams. Like one's getting in the way of others. The other, and you may not be speaking about it. I just leaked somebody's shit. Whether it's a man, whether it's a woman, I just leaked your shit on the internet. You may be feeling like you can only focus on one and the other one's going to take up too much time, and that's what you need to do at this time. I don't believe that. I believe if you tell yourself that, that's what you tell yourself, because that's what you choose to believe. But that's not for me, that's for you. Let's go on to Pisces. Here we go. Pisces. Gotta drink more coffee. Thank you for all watching, as long as you have. If you've refrained from hitting that like button, please hit that like button. I appreciate it. Here we go. Definitely need more coffee. All right, Pisces. What will happen next for you? Here we go. All right. I don't know if I said hi to Barb or Debbie, but if I didn't, hello. Welcome in. Hello, Valerie. I see you in here. Here we go. What will happen next? It's weird. Only like 3 or 4 zodiac signs. I wanted to like completely change the video name for like 3 or 4 zodiac signs to like giving them whatever comes out. Or maybe next time I'm going to trust that theory. And even though if I title it something, if I feel the necessary need to give a different sign a different title, I'll just tell them and do that. Because I don't know why I just we're back. Unless it didn't cut out for you. Oh, it's so aggravating. I'm going to have to disconnect the Wi-Fi. I should have already done it. Disconnected it, reconnected it, and seeing if that was the issue. I just really fucking hope that if I do that, it doesn't give me like problems where I got to sit on the phone and shit. Because that's like, my time is so limited now. I'm like, I really don't want to waste a fucking hour or 2 on the phone. Like, fuck all that. All right. Why do you seem all about direction? It seems to me, Pisces, that some of you are trying to make a decision on what direction is going to work best for you. I did see another direction card, and that's why I am stating that. Let's see what just came flying out. You may have dealt with karmic relationships. Ooh, you got a message coming. One shuffle and it jumped out, almost got burnt by my cigarette. I feel like you're balancing the situations you've dealt with, letting them become part of your past. Keep them there. I'm going to tell you, keep them there. I feel like Pisces is, and I feel like you've learned from mistakes. I feel like you've cut out situations that don't serve you any justice or any happiness. I feel like I feel like you're equipped with the knowledge, the wisdom, or the experience of what had happened. And I feel like you've went through the upset motions of the situation. My back's starting to burn, so either spirit's trying to help me right now, or this the shit that used to burn, that just sit ugly within you, is being released. Something like that. I feel like you're inviting a lot of change right now. I also feel like you've been kind of like sitting back from everything. I feel like you haven't wanted to go to battle, wanted to see good outcomes. I feel as if too the best way to get that is to continue to believe that this will show up for you. Co- Continue to ask for it. Somebody may need to hear that. I feel like you need to hear that. If you're worried about things working out, the happy life, the white fence, you know, everything, having it all, I feel like that it's easier to focus on what you want than what you don't have. And I feel like this is a message you should trust. Not only do I feel like you should trust it because I'm saying it, I feel like you should trust it because it's good and healthy for you. Something about it's part of where you're at right now. This is you're probably single. I don't feel like you're coupled. I feel like you were engaged in a relationship. Definitely could have been an air, water, or fire sign. For some of you, maybe an earth sign, but it feels like it's over, it's gone. I feel like you need to look abroad for the happiness, not abroad like across the ocean, but look deeper. Um, real, be very real with what you want. Speak about what you want on your own emotional time, and let it come to the surface. Let it come to the surface. Let that come pouring out of you. Let that show growth, reception. Let it conquer. I almost feel the need to tell you you should conquer the things that you feel inside. And I think the best way is of doing that for a Pisces is inviting uh, the energy of de-stress, being de-stressed while they do it. Start doing things, whether it's going out in nature, whether it's getting a massage, whether it's going to an asana, whether it's getting acupuncture, whether it's getting your nails done, whether it's getting your hair done, whether it's going out to a place that you haven't been in a while, or doing something that you enjoy to do. I feel that is a good idea for you right now. Doing doing a little bit more than you typically would do for yourself, and enjoying yourself while you're doing it, and kind of just going with things. It tells me you might have had to cut your emotions off completely from a person. It does look like it was a man. I also get the energy like this person, you were kind of taken by them. I get this, I was taken by them, but they weren't playing fairly energy with you. The moon, the eight of swords, it doesn't bother you anymore. The ten of swords is reversed. I feel like it's a past tense energy. The knight of pentacles, I don't, they probably were at a distance from you, or they became, the distance stayed at a distance. You don't talk, you don't text, you don't communicate. I'm done. The eight of wands is reversed. I feel like you do not speak to them. They do not speak to you. I feel like you've learned how to let this go. I feel like it was upsetting that it didn't work out, but I feel like you've recognized it wasn't the right move in love. It wasn't going to pursue happiness. It was going to cause more aggravation that was not fucking needed. And that's why Pisces said, see you later, sayonara. I can focus on the growth, the worth I have to offer. And I got to wait for somebody to appreciate what I have to offer, but also appreciate what they bring to the table and grow with them. Not worry about a broken heart or mending a situation that didn't show the victory or the happiness I was looking for. Was it worth fighting for a battle that wasn't fighting for you? The answer is no. Fight for yourself. Go after your own goals. And if communication gets dropped off, or things feel like they haven't worked out in your favor, I'm going to tell you it's never too late to create that balance in your life, or to open your imagination and not fight with what has happened. Fight with what will happen, what you will conquer. I feel like this is the stability and the practice you need to hear right now. I feel like you've had a lot of stress with things that you wanted to be passionate about not working out, and you've learned how to let them go and not be the burden on your shoulders. Good for you. I feel like emotionally it was tough, extremely tough for some of you, and it really took a lot of the sun out of your, off your face, or made you feel a little more cautious about who to go towards or how to approach situations or build and work with them. I do feel like it's time to fill up your cup with love, make the decisions that are going to make you happy and that are going to bring out that inner child and passion. Something about that inner child and passion. And don't wait for things to come around. I feel like you need to become strong about getting ready for the excitement and not worry about what had been. So some of you, it's I'm getting to the point where I've let it go. Others of you, you did let this go. I do feel like more of you let this go. I have to be honest. While others that haven't let this go, all they're doing is they need to sit back and kind of recognize, you know what? Why am I letting this bother me emotionally? It's not worth it. So there are some Pisces. They were invested in a situation. They wanted to work out. It didn't work out. And some of you guys, I get a couple stories for Pisces. Some of you guys, it was a relationship that didn't work out. You got over it. You let it go. Now the burden could be around work or feeling confident in the work environment if you are a person that goes or feeling confident in the work environment if you are a person that goes. We're back again. I don't know if it cut out for you, but maybe feeling out of sorts with what to work with or if something's going to work out. Let me see if I can give you anything else. Anything else for Pisces? What will happen next for the zodiac sign of Pisces? You're going to get two shuffles. Give them something very accurate if you can. If you can. What will happen for the zodiac sign? I feel like you'll boss up. You'll start really manifesting the things you want to see for yourself. You're going to go towards them, and they could be new people, or I just feel like it's a stronger perspective on what to move towards, or who to align with, or if they're right for you. I feel like that change is something emotionally you've been waiting for. I do also see that it's something that I get this. I've waited for this, and I've wanted this communication to happen. I want the victories, but I don't want any bullshit with it. I no energy. I just want it to balance out correctly. And if it comes off kind of shaky, I do feel like you're gonna be kind of ahead of it. I do get this. You'll be ahead of it, or you won't really move towards it. You'll say goodbye to it, and you'll start focusing more on yourself again. I don't feel like you want to fight with drama or play games. Something about I'm not willing to play games. I've grown from things that had felt like they wouldn't grow anywhere, or that they had hurt me emotionally or challenged me emotionally and mentally to the point where I've moved on from it and I know my worth. And sometimes it's hard to admit that the best choice was to do things that are best for me, even if I just feel like somebody played with your emotions and with your mental stability a little bit, and now you're not letting that happen, and it might have made you more aware and appreciate a little more of how to go towards love. Go to the bottom. I don't know what it's going to be. I feel like you're going to go towards love successfully because what you've learned in the past or what was done to you in a relations in the past. And it's going to be about exposure and taking risks. Page of Swords is reversed, the Ace of Swords is reversed, and you've got to remind yourself that if somebody comes back towards you, are they worth the time to reconnect? And can you have a victory a second or a third time? Or should they be cut out and should you be focused on your goals and having somebody come in that's going to appreciate you the way they should have appreciated you from the get-go? And I feel like a lot of Pisces have kind of had like a sense of awareness on this. Two of Wands, the decisions at your disposal. Also, if you've been down in the dumps, I don't feel like you're going to be sitting there for much longer. I feel like this feels like it's me telling you no, you're going to come to an end. You may have the opportunity of love. I'm not going to say you're definitely going to have it, but there is a good chance that it wants to come towards you. You may have felt like, I don't know if I have the patience or I could go through that again. I don't feel like that's something emotionally you should be focused on. I feel like you should focus on things that are going to uplift you or make you happy at this time. I feel like that is probably the best thing for you. Don't stress about the things that have come and gone. Don't stress about what's come and gone. Make the decisions to be aware. If it didn't come towards me or it didn't love me correctly, it's okay. I've dealt with the battles and now it's behind me. You know what? Definitely could have been an earth, fire sign, maybe a water sign. I feel like your stability within trusting yourself and not letting things emotionally rock you is going to be healthy for you. Don't be stressed out at this time and be stronger. Be strong about the relationships or the communications you haven't had yet. If you have anything if you go back and forth on it, I feel like it's a good time to recognize that there's never, you can always start over and not stress about having to start over or find something that's going to not bring in a bunch of chaos, because the Ten of Swords is reversed. Whoever you dealt with brought in a lot of chaos or made you feel conflicted. And who cares if they get their karma? Because at the end of the day, whatever happened to you in this love situation that you dealt with, it's behind you and it needs to stay behind you. And I feel like you need to trust that and just be happy that you moved on and you're not dealing with deception. Be aware that that was probably the best benefit for your happiness and your emotional integrity. I feel like you had to fight for yourself and you're aware of this. I also feel like communication could come towards you and emotionally uplift your spirits if you're ready. Some of you may be on the fence about being ready. That's what I see for Pisces. See if I can get you anything else before I get off of here. I'm cutting it close. I'm going to have to get my little dude off the bus soon. But 3 cards fell on my lap. I want to know what they are. Take charge. I'm going to tell you to take charge of the things that you find to be happy with, the things that you can be happy with right now. The 4 of Pentacles. Go after the things that you want. Emotionally, just I feel like you should really try to connect with fighting for the things that felt like they've depleted you or not shown up and made you happy. I feel like you should be fighting for that. Not only for that, for the emotional support of it, but just to remind yourself that not everything treats you like shit. I feel like it's something about you need to be ready for the change and just I just feel like it's going to happen. I feel like you're going to find the opportunity of love. It's not in front of me, but I feel like you're going to have that opportunity coming up. Let me see what else comes up. Clarify the Hermit and the Page of Swords. You just got a shitload of cards. Let me see what they are. I'm over it. First card is the 2 of Cups. Said you're probably going to have the chance to find a strong connection in love. First card out is about a bond and connection in love and going after it and it looking very beautiful, or it being more than what was expected. It kind of being very beautiful. 2 of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles being a very strong foundation. But I do get this. You may have to just go after it, or you may have to accept that it's available. Something about you got to accept it. Are you ready to accept it, or are you not ready? Some of you may not feel ready for this. Others of you, it's going to be a while before it shows up anyway, is what it tells me. I get a nervous energy, though. Some of you could be nervous about trusting it or not wanting to stress about believing opportunity. Why? That doesn't make sense. 7 of Pentacles. It says you're focused on letting go of the past, focusing on career. King of Wands, you just didn't, I don't want to stress out energy. Thank you for the super chat. You are feeling like if it comes at me dramatic or like the past, I'll cut it out faster than it can come out. Or this is something you've just recently went through. And I feel like leave those thoughts behind you. Focus on the now and the happy now and the options that can show up or that you can provide for the right connection. I feel like the ball's in your court if you're ready. Your reading's similar to Capricorn's, but it's not the same. I feel like your readings, if you're ready, it could bring in a real strong connection, but it's if you're ready. Are you completely over a situation that it felt like it drowned you or it made you want to walk into the sea or it took everything away from you? I feel like if you've come out of that energy, that you could have a good journey or a promising predicament with somebody else, something like that. I also feel like you could be wondering, some of you, I get this career energy where it's like, I may not be happy in this, or I may need to challenge for new victories or weigh the pros and cons, take a leap of faith in a new direction of growth with money, play with something else that's going to build more money. I'm sick of the fighting or being not valued with a career, something like that. This is what I have for Pisces. I hope you guys enjoy these readings. Please remember to hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you like the content. I'm going to get out of here. You all have a good day. I got to go. I'll see you later and goodbye. Peace.